Guys, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think this franchise is for me. I've had some exposure to it now. I don't think it's my cup of tea. So take that with a grain of salt. If you're a hardcore fan, just know I respect you. I don't share this. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is My Hero Academia, You're Next. My Hero Academia, You're Next is directed by Tensei Okamura. I hope I am saying that name correctly. This is the fourth film based on the anime and manga of the same name. And what is this film about? Well, essentially, All Might, the greatest hero in the My Hero Academia world, has gone to the dark side somehow, and he is now Dark Might. I swear to God, my 8-year-old nephew came up with these names. And the team from the school, I forget what the name of it is, use their superpowers or quirks to try to save their friend, and if not save him, stop him from destroying everything. And along the way, also encounter a new friend who is also trying to rescue his long-lost former friend, and that he was a young rich girl who he served as a butler for and was deeply, deeply devoted in friendship to. Can this crew save the day? And there will be a lot of they're still going to try. There's going to be a lot of punch fights. Going to be a lot of loud noises. There's going to be a lot of laser beams. So many laser beams. Almost 2 hours of laser beams. In case you haven't noticed, I don't really like My Hero Academia. I'm going to be real with you. I've tried to get on board with it. There are some things where I completely understand the fan base. Demon Slayer, for instance. My thing with anime is I'm kind of two minds of it. It either has to be really compelling with a really good story. I'll get, like, for example, Look Back, which is my second favorite movie of the year, or more recently, the miniseries adaptation of Uzumaki, which is just fantastic, or some, or really, 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 really batshit and weird, like Demon Slayer or Dan to Dan, or Delicious in Dungeon. Like, it has to be really out there. This, to me, is no different than any other generic comic book thing. I don't understand quite the specific appeal about My Hero Academia. I will say this, it's beautifully animated. I will say that it is stunning looking. Like, they've spared no expense. And the movie does look like a movie. The animation has a considerably bigger budget. There is a bigger story here, to an extent, than you could probably do on a TV show. But at the end of the day, I never felt attached to these characters, just like I hadn't in the previous ones. The last My Hero Academia movie, I gave a moderately positive review to, while also acknowledging that it wasn't really my cup of tea. I still was like, you know what? At the end of the day, it's fun. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's that I'm getting older. I don't know if it's that I'm growing a little bit less enthused by just endless declarations of badassery followed by laser beams. Maybe if I was 9 years old, or if I was more invested in this franchise, I think this is peak. But quite frankly, I'm 30 years old, and I didn't care about the laser beams. I never felt attached to these characters. It just became a cacophony after a while. I really didn't. I'm going to be real with you. I really had a rough time sitting through this. I didn't have a good time with this. I didn't like this movie. I'm going to be real about it. I did not like this film. I thought it was kind of aggressive and irritating and loud, to no real purpose. It was like, just like, I will defeat you because it is my endeavor to defeat you. Bah! Like, that was like more than half the movie, and it was numbing. And I kind of felt that way about the last movie, but I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I've tried watching a few episodes since then, and I gotta tell you, I just don't think this franchise is for me. Unfortunately, because they continue to make movies, I will continue to see them because I have made the endeavor to see everything that opens for you guys so I can talk about it. But at the end of the day, I just didn't care about this. I didn't care about these characters. I wasn't attached to them. either within it, from what I've seen of the other stuff, or just as a standalone effort. I didn't think this was very well done. It was well animated, but the story was lacking. It just felt like a lot of generic hero guys, generic bad guys punching each other. And maybe if I was watching it on Kids WB in the late 90s when I was a kid, this would be cool. But as an adult, there's just something about it. There's not enough story to carry the weight of all the action. Like, action as a virtue can work if there is personality behind it. Like, look at something like John Wick. John Wick, let's be real, isn't Macbeth necessarily in its storytelling, but the world building of it and the action sequences and the style of it and the personality of the characters makes those movies interesting. You know, something like Sisu, the character's interesting. I didn't really care about Teku and all his friends. I never really have. I think that it's just, they are generic superhero types. And at the end of the day, I just didn't care for this experience. I didn't care for the fact that everything was turned up to 11. I didn't care for the fact that, like, it was so hyperactive, but not to any real purpose. It was empty noise to me. Sorry, guys. I didn't care for this film. I'm not going to go to 0 on it, because I do think that I know that there's a fan base out there, and I respect them, and I respect that they like it, and I think that the fans out there who are fans of this will love this movie and keep it close to them. And I'm not saying that the movie in and of itself, to everyone, is a bad movie. What I'm saying is, to me, as somebody who never got into this was hard to sit through. I kind of feel like in this instance, this is a rare instance for me. I kind of want to go back to that Roger Ebert review of the Scooby-Doo movie where he says, the internet was made for you to find somebody else's review of My Hero Academia. Start surfing. And that's kind of the way I feel. It's like, to paraphrase, like, that's kind of my thought. It's like, I got nothing for you because I'm not a fan of this franchise. And I also don't hate this franchise. I just am kind of like, it exists, and I sometimes have to deal with it when it comes to a movie theater. That's kind of my relationship with these. And 1.5 stars. For me personally, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't think it was terrible. But I didn't really like this movie either. It didn't feel like a movie to me. It felt like a bunch of explosions. And at a certain point, after an hour and 50 some minutes, I grew bored with that. I grew tired with it. So, sorry. Not sorry. Some things are for you, some things are for me. This was not for me. Yeah. Sorry. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Let's close the book on it. Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohan, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, it looks good. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, talked about it, looks good. I need to see the first one. I still have not seen Den of Thieves 1. Mufasa Lion King, talked about it, looks good. Although it's completely unnecessary. Dogman, talked about it, looks good. Lost on a Mountain in Maine. Yeah. Talked about it, looks okay, I guess. Overlord, The Sacred Kingdom. This is another new anime film. This looks interesting. It's kind of like a high fantasy thing. And then Sonic the Hedgehog 3, talked about it, looks good. And was there shawarma? Yes, there is a scene after the credits. So for those who are fans, I don't know what it entails, but there you go. You probably will want to check it out. All right, that is it. Sorry I couldn't give you more of a thorough review, you guys, but it is this instance of, like, I'm not in this franchise at all, so all I can really say about it is, if you like it, you're gonna like this, and if you don't, like me, you're not even gonna be there unless you have to do it for your job. I had to do it for my job, therefore 1.5. That's kind of where I land on it. It's like, it's just not for me, and I've made peace with that, and I hope you guys can do the same. So yeah, that's it. We'll be back right after this for a review of The Apprentice, the controversial biopic on Donald Trump that is in theaters now. Also, we will have reviews coming up today for Caddo Lake, the latest thriller produced by M. Night Shyamalan, as well as Mr. Crockett, the latest Hulu horror comedy film, and more to come. That'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Class is missed. I love you 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything, either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of My Hero Academia You're Next? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Big Mom's Extra Butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.